Hey everybody, hi. It's Kelly, the Angel Lady. So I wanted to touch base with you and to love you up because we are entering into a quite a turbulent week ahead. Today is Sunday, and this we've got the summer solstice coming up next Saturday on the 21st, or the evening of the 20th into the 21st. And the vibration, the light, the plasmic codes, the energy, so intense. And what they're showing me, and I've been working with a lot of the star beings that are coming in from many different systems, is that there's been almost like a disturbance in the magnetic field around the planet. And what's going on in the Middle East, which is so intense and explosive, and all that we've been experiencing here in the United States with protests and this energy of coming together, right? Very explosive frequencies is going to even speed up and get more intensified in the coming days as we're leading up to the solstice. And we're going to have a lot of sun flares, and you may be feeling this disturbance in your energetic body. Might show up right now as a lot of emotion or crying, releasing, etc. And I want you to know that that's really normal, and that many of us are feeling that. And what Raphael has advised is for just the next week, not forever, but just this intense week that we're in, where everything is so amplified and revved up, to disconnect from the news, to disconnect from your social media, to be outside as much as possible, to not get, like sucked like a vortex into the drama of that's coming at us in all different directions, to really come into our center. A lot of things are going to be born out of this. So this energy is so intense and so high that it's very destructive, but it's also very creative, and it's helping us move into quantum creation. So if there's something that you want to bring to life, that you want to create, that you want to focus on, or a new beginning in your life, or something really special that you want to put a lot of attention to, then disengage completely from the polarized vibration, kind of go into a cocoon of sorts, open up the portal that's so open right now, connect to your highest self, connect to the beings of light that are so here, so strong, so powerful, supporting us right now, and utilize this quantum powerful, what feels like explosive turbulent energy, to propel you forward, to give birth to new worlds, new visions, and new creations, and not to align with a timeline of destruction, of chaos, of suppression, of repression, of war, but to calibrate with the vibration of peacefulness, coherence, harmony, quantum creation, and to utilize this energy that's coming in so fast in that way. So what they're showing me is that I don't know how to describe it because I don't understand it from a scientific perspective, but that what's been unfolding and taken place just in the last few days has created a ripple effect that has given a signal that has gone out into the cosmos, and our beings that are living in other dimensions, other realities, other planets, other star systems, other galaxies are hearing and feeling the reverberation of this explosive energy, which has created an opening between where we are and these other dimensions, that's allowing access for energies to come in, and they're kind of collapsing inward, sort of as if they're coming in through the toric field, right? But they're entering into our heart center. And so you might feel a lot of emotion as all these energies are compiling, in a sense, upon the surface of your heart. and you're beginning to be flooded or start to feel or connect to threads of timelines, threads of memories, of information from many different lifetimes, from lifetimes as star beings, from lifetimes here on the planet. So we're not just tapping into what would be thought of as our Akashic records, but our galactic records. And with that, a lot of repair is happening. But through the repairing of it, some of the most disturbant lines or threads or energies that are woven very tightly, that are holding a lot of destructive energy right now, are being unwoven. And so as they're unwoven, they become almost explosive. So anything within our history, that is deeply embedded within our psyche, that is surfacing. And so, yeah, we can be aware that it's surfacing, but we don't necessarily want to attach to its frequency, because as we're attaching to its vibration and its frequency, we're amplifying that rather than allowing that to unravel and unfold and diffuse itself. And we begin to place our energy and attention somewhere else. So, just for this week, consider potentially not listening to the news, not getting engaged in the drama, being quiet, kind of cocooning a little bit, reclaiming and bringing in all fragmented parts of self, all of your energy into one unified, coherent field, to stay in a state of harmony, to eat really clean, to be out in nature, to be deeply, deeply authentic in your connection and communication with your loved ones, to keep your heart open, and most importantly, connecting and expanding also within your own pineal gland as to what it is and what your vision is and what you see. The ability during this time as we come into the summer solstice to be able to connect with our galactic friends, which I even to this day sometimes I have a hard time even saying that out loud, but that's what's happening, is really, really strong. The summer solstice is going to be on Saturday, and that's a time for us to come together and to solidify and create through the quantum field as we move through what's called the sun gate. And of course, the sun will be flaring as well and a bit explosive this week. That's what they're showing me. It's going to really have some moments of intensity mirroring what's going on the planet and vice versa, to just attune to the water element and to the soothing frequency, to kind of calibrate and balance those vibrations. We as a community will be gathering on 11/11, which is of no coincidence, on Saturday on the 21st, to connect with that portal, to unify the energies from all fragmented pieces of ourselves from all lifetimes within this Akashic record and within the galactic, and to anchor and to bring in golden threads of light of parts of ourself that we have denied, misplaced, haven't been connected to, pushed aside, shut down, and reintegrate them within our own energetic body to create a sense of wholeness within our field, and then to attune to one another, which creates a fabric of light across the globe with all of us as we do this together. And this is going to be incredibly powerful and very supportive, not just for ourselves, our energetic body on a biological, emotional, and physical level, as if we're going to be receiving upgrades within our DNA, but simultaneously, it's going to be extraordinarily important on a global scale. And the last two summer solstices, one we did in the Arctic, one was in Callanish in the Upper Hebrides of Scotland. And this one will be in the United States, getting very strong impulse of importance to anchor as much light right now into the United States, to keep those portals of communication and connection to the higher realms open for assistance, to recalibrate it. So we're literally jumping a timeline as we speak. And so this can create strange sensations, almost as if you go blank, or you can't think straight, or you don't even know what to say, or you just all of a sudden are like, I have to lay down, I have to go to sleep, or I can't talk about this, or I can't look at that news channel anymore. I can't hear anything about what's happening. I'm on overwhelm, overload. And that's because so much plasmic light is coming onto the planet, that it can be like, plugging into something into a circuit, and it's overloading itself. And so important that you take this time right now, this week, to unplug for whatever you can unplug, so that your circuits aren't on overload. So some things we can't unplug from that we might want to, or we'd like to, and some things, of course, we can, by conscious choice. So I just wanted to get on and share that with all of you, and let you know that I love you and I appreciate you. And there's so many people all around the planet who want peace and coherence and harmony and blessings and love for everyone, who see the divine in everyone, whose hearts are filled with compassion, but sometimes just don't know what to do, or maybe you're feeling a bit helpless in the current situation. I know sometimes I can fall literally to my knees in complete despair and wonder, how can we possibly still be, bombing one another? I don't know. I don't know. How can we be sending rockets that are killing children? How can we be throwing bricks at people? How can we be carrying guns? How can we be violently, behaving in ways to our fellow humans, disregarding people completely, walking right over people, immune to what's going on, and somehow feeling justified that we are better than somebody else? It's heartbreaking, and yet, do what is the answer, right? And so I feel like what they're showing me is that we're this week is just kind of critical, and I don't say that lightly. And so if you feel like you're a light worker, a way shower, star seed, waking up to the remembering of your own divinity and how beautiful and powerful you are, that this is your opportunity to serve if you're feeling hopeless. And the way that you serve could be a pulsation in your heart that there's something you have to do, or somewhere you have to send money, or maybe you need to stand on a picket line, or maybe you need to go take care of an old person. I don't know what you need to do, right? Whatever your conscience is. But what spirit is asking is to do it in a way where you feel full and able, and to really take care of yourself right now. Drink lots of water, turn off everything, and bring in the senses. So if you can see it with your own eyes, you know it's real. Like, I can see that tree outside, I'm looking at it, and I know that that tree is there. And it might be an illusion if we look at it from a quantum physics perspective, that it's just molecules and atoms and there's tons of space. But from my perspective in this moment, that tree is there. And I can touch that tree, and I can smell that tree, and I can feel that tree, and I can hold that tree, and I can love that tree. And so, whether it's your baby or your grandma, or it's the meal you're eating, or you're outside in the woods, or you're with friends or family, or whatever it is that you're doing, what you can touch and smell and feel and connect to that is real is what we're being asked to connect to right now. And if it's in a screen, and I know you're watching me on a screen right now, but it's that the screen has been a tool, right, for us to all communicate with lots of people. But if you're just scrolling away and you can't think straight, and you're getting overwhelmed, or the algorithm is starting to feed you very disruptive, destructive, upsetting things, or you're tapping on news channels to see what's happening next, and really, really encouraging you to unplug from that, unplug from me, unplug from everybody, unplug from everything, and take this week between now and the solstice, like as a bookend to say, okay, I'm going to contain as much light as I can in my body. I'm going to hold as much love. I'm going to come into as much coherence. I'm going to trust in this process. I'm going to know that if there's something in this now moment that I want to propel forward or that I want to create, that I can tap into the quantum creation field, which is so potent right now, and use this energy not for something destructive or explosive, but for something powerful and potent for the better good of myself and humanity and the globe and our galactic family. All right. So Saturday, I will hold this event. It's donation based. Everybody is welcome. And we're going to come together in community and we're going to ride the galactic white horse and we're going to go through the Pleiades and the Octurians and connect with the Lyrans and the Sirians and the Andromedans and these higher vibrational frequencies, unifying all parts of ourself, bringing in energy and information from the galactic codes, traveling through the sun gates and bringing in the plasmic light into our body to amplify and open our light body, and then to anchor it in and to unify ourselves, all that are doing it together collectively, to begin to build a web of unified, coherent, harmonic frequencies, which is the polar opposite of destructive bombs going off, literally. So, this is important, and I love you. So let's all do it together. All right. So you might not be hearing from me. I might not be popping on places because I'm going to cocoon and hold that energy and light. I mean, of course, I'll be teaching, I'll be in class, and I'll see you guys Saturday at 11:11. But other than that, maybe I'll just pop on to remind you to hold the frequency of love, because in the end that's really all it is. And take good care of yourselves, guys. Okay, take good care of yourselves and don't get caught up in the show. Doesn't mean things aren't real, but if it's not happening where you are in this moment and in your space, and you can't touch it, feel it, see it, smell it, hold it, hear it, just for this week, not forever, I ask you to not necessarily engage in it. Engage in what feels real and what you know is true and where your heart is and in nature, and just keep amplifying that frequency. Okay. I love you. Take care. Thank you for everything. And see you guys on Wednesday on the free call. Can we still be factory farming? How can we? I don't know. And these are the things, right, that that are shifting, and we can't see it, but it is shifting. There's more and more of us who want love, who want peace, who want to love our neighbors, who see the divine, who are working really hard, who just want to have a beautiful life and care for each other and do something that we love and help the planet and like be a good person. Then there are people that are destructive, and that little bit of those, oh, people or energies that are destructive are parts of ourselves that are nagging at us to be healed. And we see it as outside of ourselves, as the boogeyman or the bad person or the leader or whoever they are that we despise despicably. And we can't even believe it. And we rage and curse at, like, but they are the piece of us that is asking to be integrated, to be loved, to be seen, right? When Raphael, I think in that video that was live I did, and she came in and talked about loving our enemy. Well, there's actually, we know there's no enemy, right? But that's a way of speaking about it, is to see the spark hidden in the darkest places and to amplify that. And I know it seems and feels often very counterintuitive, especially when we're witnessing atrocities all over the planet. But it, on an energetic and larger perspective, right? What we're being asked to do is to hold the capacity to move into a neutral frequency and then move up into a higher vibration of love and be able to hold that energy so that it brings in whatever is needed for a quickening and the change to occur for us as a collective to come into unity. And some might say, well, that's just spiritual bypassing. Kelly, why aren't you telling us your opinions? Like, are you for Gaza? Are you for Israel? Are you for the protesters? Or are you for Trump? Like, where do you stand on all this? You should be speaking out in outrage. But would it make any difference if I told you, if you are deeply embedded in your specific belief system and I told you the opposite, is it going to change your belief system? You're listening to stuff all day long by all kinds of people. Is it changing your belief system? Mostly it's just confirming, anchoring in what you already believe because the algorithm is feeding what you are projecting into it and it's mirroring it right back at you. So I'm not here to change how you think or what you believe, but I am here to ask you to come into the frequency of love. And what does the frequency of love mean? And how would love behave in every moment, in every word that you speak, in every action you take, in how you behave and how you see others? How would love behave? What would love do? What is the frequency of love? And I don't know, but I don't think that love would be sending bombs back and forth or missiles or violently hurting other people in any way. I don't know. And so these are the questions we've pondered forever. And all I know is that Raphael keeps inviting us over and over and over, again and again and again, to come back to the frequency of love. And so you can define whatever that means for you. And right now, Raphael is advising us to love ourselves by coming into a coherent, energetic state. Because the more we get caught up in the chaos and the more we feed it, the more we amplify it. And simultaneously, we might say, oh, well, then we're in denial of what is taking place. But if there's an action that you can take personally to change it, take the action. But if you cannot take the action, or can you find one, or you don't know how, then the action to take is to come into harmony with self. So simply looking at what's happening, talking about what's happening, and amplifying it through rage in itself does not make it any better. If anything, it feeds the beast. So what I've been told for so long is if you can do something about it, like send money or go work in a homeless shelter, or maybe somebody asked you for something and you were able to give it to them, then do it. Whenever somebody asks me for something, a homeless person, a person in trouble, a person, I give it to them if they ask me. Of course, I give many things that aren't asked, but there are things that we can do. And then there are times when we can't do it because I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to make it better. But I do know how to keep coming back to my center and coming back to love and coming back to, can I feel it, see it, touch it, and know it to be real? And can I place my attention and focus on the gratitude, amplifying the frequency of light all around me for all the things that are working so that that vibration reverberates out to others and creates a field of love. So I love you all so much. Maybe I sounded like I was just like on a preaching mode. I didn't mean to be at all. But I wanted to share with you how I'm feeling, the messages that I'm getting, and some suggestions to stay sane because we're in for quite a ride this week on an energetic level. And so the more you can unplug from it and plug into a higher timeline in love and light and harmony, the better you're going to be off. Okay. So see you guys Wednesday. If you want to join us for the summer solstice, we'll be here 11/11 on Saturday. You can register. And I guess that's all I got. All right. Yeah, thanks everybody for what's in the chat. Neutrality and observation. Yeah, all doing our best, right? All right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in class on Monday for those of you in my Galactic class. And we're going to be attuning to the Lemurian and Atlantean energy. And it was funny because Devastry and I have been talking about. So what's been happening is we are building our light body. And as we're building our light body, we're preparing at the winter solstice, and we haven't met it yet. We just got the summer to get through, right? We're going to pass through that intense gateway. It's like, ah, but once we get through that gateway and we get through the Lion Gate and the fall equinox, we're going to have this really beautiful winter solstice birth of this like galactic ascension, very high timeline coming in right at the end of 2025. I'm super excited about it, but we're all building the momentum as we go together. But what's happening when we're working with these beings that are so strong and coming in on a vibrational level is that we are literally shifting our DNA, our biology. We are in an evolutionary process as we speak in this moment. But I don't know if people knew when they were going through an evolutionary leap, if they knew or they could see it. So we can't always see it, but we're in it right now. Somebody says here, love and light from Israel, sending so much love to you. I'm sending so much love to Israel and so much love to Iran and so much love to the Palestinians and to all of the Middle East, to all of you, to our humanness, right? To our humanness. How can we find a way? And that area is just, talk about embedded with a strong vibration. And it's the explosive energy that's taking place there right now. That's the same energy that creates new worlds. And I don't know if I got that across when I was talking in the beginning, and I'm trying to express what Archangel Raphael is showing me, that this intensely explosive energy is also the same energy that creates on a quantum level the new earth. It's the polarity of the two. And so there will be those whose job and process is to be involved in that explosive energy, because that's the energy that will propel the change, that it's always moving us toward our evolution, that it's always propelling us towards something that in the moments of such pain we can't always see, something new. And so there are those that carry the codes to do that piece. And then there are those that carry the codes to be the builders, like the Octorians and the Atlanteans, right? And then there's those who hold the codes to be the emotional bearers, the water bearers, the frequencies of light that carry it on an energetic level. And we all play our part. And all of us are participating in this evolution on all levels. But for those of you tuning in here, I believe for many of you, it's about holding a vibration of the highest timeline possible. Yes, today is Father's Day. The divine masculine is emerging. Young people, we are teaching our young ones to love. Yeah. Divine masculine has been through a lot. And it's had its purpose, and it's been incredibly beautiful and incredibly destructive. And the divine feminine is no saint either, but she is rising. The Kundalini across the globe and its frequency is rising rapidly, and the divine feminine is surfacing. And that vibration is inviting us to come into union. It's the unified field, and we have worked and been and played in the game of separateness, hierarchy for a very long time. And that entire cycle is coming to a close. So of course we're gonna go out with a big bang, right? We're not just gonna like, transition from the divine masculine into the divine feminine without it's like giving birth. There could be a lot of screaming along the way. It might not feel good, but at the end of the day, we have this beautiful new baby. All right, and that's the planet, right? She's ascending. We just happen to be on her. We're part of her, and we're all doing it together. She's gonna do it whether we join in or not. So let's join in. All right. So I know I've just been on a roll. Love you guys all so much. I will eat falafel with you. Okay, sounds good. All right. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.